Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of my video diary, I guess. Yeah, it's my video diary. This is the journey to build my business. And I'm still standing on the edge of the cliff, feeling like I'm getting ready to jump. That's what it feels like. One of the things I know for sure is that growth happens at the end of your comfort zone. So I'm trying to, today was one of those days where I didn't want to get out of my comfort zone. I wanted to just wrap up in my blanket. It's a little chilly out here today, but I just wanted to wrap up in my blanket and drink tea all day and just watch Netflix and just so. But I mean, sometimes you got to give yourself those days. But I wanted to come here today and talk to y'all a little bit about about a quote that I heard, and I'll tell you a little bit about that quote. But it mentioned something. I had mentioned something in my second video, my origin story. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. It talks a little bit about who I am, why I'm here, why I have this video vlog, what my journey is, why, how did I land here? I want to apologize though about the audio quality. It's a little low, so I did purchase a new microphone, so hopefully y'all be able to hear me a little better. But I had in that video I talked about how I wasn't fulfilled. I was in a career where I was unfulfilled, not happy, and I kept focusing on that. And so I had asked myself this question, Katrina, what does fulfillment look like for you? Wow. And I can't even tell you where that question came from, because and what does fulfillment look like for you? And I was reminded of a quote, and I'm going to read it. Let me read the quote so I don't screw it up. It says, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask. I'm going to repeat that. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask. And I'm not sure who that quote is from. Maybe some of y'all might know. I don't know who's the author of that quote, who's attributed to creating that quote. But if you know it, just write it down in the comments. But that's a powerful quote, because up until then, I had been focusing on what I didn't want. And it was at that point of asking the question, what does fulfillment look like for you, Katrina? Was when something happened, right? Something happened. And I knew I wasn't fulfilled, but I also knew about this idea about the law of opposites. There's this thing where it's a universal law. It's the law of opposites. So where in the universe, where there is one thing, you have its opposite. So if you have Katrina here on one end of the spectrum, unfulfilled, unhappy, and that's all she's thinking about, I knew in my heart, deep somewhere down in my heart, that there had to be, to some degree, another aspect of a possibility of a Katrina somewhere else being fulfilled. Wow. And I asked myself the question, what does that look like? Really? I didn't even think it was possible to even have a fulfilling career. What does fulfillment look like to you? I've been fulfilled in my life, but when it comes to the part of my life that equated to my career, I was not fulfilled. And so asking that question opened up the door to finding the answer. That's exactly what it was. And if you listen to the quote again, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask. It didn't say the quality of your life is determined by your answers. It didn't say that. That was not in the quote. And so I'm thinking to myself, wait. So it's not in the answer? And so I sat back, because that's what I do. I sit back and I think on things all the time. And today, as I was thinking on that quote, I was like, wait a minute here. So what you telling me is that I wouldn't be able to get the answer if I didn't know the question? Like, how is that possible? And that's exactly what came to me, was downloaded to me. You ain't ready to hear the answer until you're able to ask the question. And let me pause on that for a minute. Just gonna pause on that for just one moment. See, because one thing I know for sure, we always have the answer. Always. We've always had I feel like Dorothy. Dorothy, you've always had the red slippers. It was like Dorothy goes out searching for something that she already had within her. You've always had the answers, my dear. It's so funny. I mean, but we do. And so when we ask the question, there is a place within us, a knowing within us. I call it the knowing place, right? Where we know the true answers. I know for me, a lot of times, and I go out and I ask people. I'm like, hey, I'm having this issue, and what do you all think about this? And I need some help, and I'm always looking outside of myself for the answers. And yeah, I mean, we need people. We need other people's. But if you got the right people around you, they just gonna remind you of the truth that you already knew. That's what they gonna do. And it's so funny because truth speaks to truth all the time. There's, and this one thing I know for sure, everything in this universe is energy. Truth is energy. Non-truth is energy. Lies are energy. And so it's funny how when someone speaks truth to you, it's like they're giving you life. It's like the vibration, the frequency of it is different. And the only thing I can liken it to is I was sitting back today and I was thinking, to some level, Katrina, you sitting here talking about how unfulfilled you were. And as soon as you ask the question, what does fulfillment look like to you, Katrina? Then that's when things started to change. That's when I realized there was a possibility for my life to have fulfillment in my career. And so I know that you can never get the answers that's deep in that knowing place until you're ready to ask the question. Because to some degree, you already know it. You know it. That's one of the good things about, one of the beauties about when you have a master coach in your life. I mean, a master coach, a great coach in your life. One of the things that we learned as being coaches in the John Maxwell training team, we learn to help. We ask people questions. That's that coaching relationship when you just ask people the questions. And I get people who ask me, they're like, how can you coach like a CEO of a Fortune 100 company? How can you possibly know the challenges and the things that individual is going through being a CEO of a large company? And I had to think about that, and I answered, and I'm like, I am not the expert in that CEO's life. I'm the expert in my life. And you see, I don't have to know I mean, I honestly don't have to know what it's like to be a CEO. As his coach, all I have to do is ask him questions to lead her to her truth, him or her, to lead them to their truth. That's all I do. Not to my truth, not the coach's truth, but to lead them to their truth. And so it's good when you can have, the right people around you, right friends and family who can lead you to the truth. You go out and you search seeking for answers, and truth is just a reminder. That's one of the things I always say. Truth is just a reminder of what you already know. What you already know. So as I think about my journey today, it was a busy day actually. It was a busy day for me, doing a lot of what I would have said, doing nothing. Like in the past, I just would have said I didn't do anything today because I wasn't doing any business building activities. But I was doing a lot of thinking today, and as I like evolve into this person that can become something she's never become before, be something that I've never been before. I was thinking like, okay, so I'm a business owner. I own this company, the Chambers Leadership Group. How can I take this space that I'm building here in this, how can I take, if I'm not coaching someone, we're not in a formalized coaching arrangement, right? How can I build a product, a service that can bring people to the truth? Like that's what I want to build my company around. Getting to the truth and the core of people, and helping them break those invisible boundaries, and moving past their comfort zones, and just those self-limiting beliefs. Because one of the things I know for sure as a coach, if I'm coaching someone and they just better know I'm not going to make an agreement with their self-limiting beliefs. They might think a certain way that limits their growth. I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to make an agreement with it. And so with this program that I'm working on, I got to take it back to my journey of business building. How can I create this product or service? That's what I've been thinking about today. If it's an online workshop or online live training, recorded training, if it's a product like a CD or a downloadable workbook, or maybe it's just a real live workbook, that content has to be able to get to the truth of who we really are, to help you and to help those people move forward. That's my goal. That's my goal in my company and my services, because that's what I want to do with my life. So, wow, it's in the question that you ask. I mean, like that was like some powerful stuff, that knowing that this is the kind of stuff that literally keeps me up at night. Like this is what, like I go to bed at 4 a.m. in the mornings, pounding out products, creating this content so that I can create products, so that I can make offerings and create a service to people. It's hard. Y'all, it's hard. So, yeah, that's what I want to do with my life. What are y'all doing with y'all lives? What are y'all doing? Talk to me. Tell me. Are you wrapped up in your comfort zone? Do you want to step out of it? Is there any goals that you might have for your life? Are there any goals that you want to accomplish? Talk to me about it. Let me know. Write down in the comments and tell me, did you step out of your comfort zone today? Did you do something scary for the first time? I mean, that's one of the things I know for sure is that staying tucked away in your comfort zone is not going to get you the life that you deserve. So anyway, this is episode 3. I just wanted to kind of walk y'all through a little of the stuff that was kind of swimming on in my head, today, because this is what I do, and this is how I think about stuff. Right, wrong, or indifferent. This is just my thinking, and I'm sharing it with the world. So what I want you to do, and I challenge you all to do something tomorrow that you was like, can I really do that? Like I want y'all to think of something, like just think of something, and it should like terrify you, but then it should excite you at the same time. And then ask yourself the question, why can't I do it? Why not? So I want you all to just jump and build your wings on the way down. Take care.